guys, welcome back to the channel. We are back with Funko On My Mind, which I've literally just realised before recording this, the acronym results in the word FOM, which is weird. So, welcome to episode 2 of FOM. Really good feedback on episode 1. We did Cartoon Network. I really enjoyed filming that. I really enjoyed talking about my choice for that. So I'm hoping to replicate this with this episode. And today we are going to go with Nickelodeon. Nickelodeon is a channel that I grew up with. I hold it very dear to my heart, although out of Nickelodeon, Disney Channel and Cartoon Network, it's probably the channel that I spent least amount of time with. So I thought this would be like kind of a nice little challenge for me to find some properties that we can talk about in like regards to making Funko Pops. And we have a special guest appearance coming up in the video as well, so stick around for that one. But I'm going to try and get on with this because we don't want this to be too long a video, otherwise I'm not going to be able to upload it. Obviously, in regards to, like, as I said, I didn't spend too much time with Nickelodeon. I spent enough time to know about stuff that they made in the 90s. That was kind of the initial aim here, to stick with 90s based properties, because I don't know anything about what they made past like the 2000 mark. But the first thing that we're going to go with is actually a Nick Jr. series. It's one I grew up with. And I thought about leaving this off my list, but I'm not ashamed to admit that I watched this and I really loved this show as a kid. It's Blue's Clues. So Blue's Clues, if you don't know, it was like one of those kind of like interactive kind of shows where the guy, I can't remember what the guy was called, he talked to the camera, leave awkward silences like that. Yeah, it was a really good show. I don't remember too much about it. I just remember the basic premise of the show. I don't remember many of the characters. But I think for this specifically, it would just have to be a 2-pack of the human host and, of course, the titular dog Blue. We love Blue. I'm pretty sure they've kind of revamped Blue's Clues recently. It's an all new show. I think it's like a full-on cartoon or something like that. I'm not too sure. But for my number 5 pick, it would have to be Blue's Clues. And as I said, that would just be a standard 2-pack. I don't think they could expand on that too much, but that's enough. I mean, there are properties out there that only have like 1 pop release. I'm pretty sure Tom and Jerry from like Cartoon Network and Boomerang, they've got like a Flock 2-pack. And I think that's it. I'm not too sure. But that's number 5. So we're going to get straight on to number 4. So for our number 4 pick, we're going with something that's sort of already been adapted, but it hasn't. It's a spin-off of a classic like 90s Nickelodeon cartoon series. We all know what it is. It's spawned 3 movies. It has a hell of a brilliant cultural following, and I'm pretty sure they're doing like a remake of it soon. The original show was Rugrats. We're going with All Grown Up. All Grown Up follows like the adventures of the kids as they've grown up into teenagers and their like day-to-day lives at school and whatnot. I've always thought this was a brilliant concept for a show. I don't think they could have done too much more with it than they did, because I think it was pretty short-lived from what I remember. But with All Grown Up, like you can adapt all the main characters, all the like side characters that come with it, the older generation of the parents. I mean, there's so much potential for that. Whether or not there's enough of a cultural following to support that and justify making the pops, I don't know, but I would love to see that. That for me would just be a full wave release. And there's the doorbell. Sorry about that, we had a special delivery. It's nothing pop related, so I won't be showing that off today. I would love to see this as like kind of a full wave of pops, but as I said, I don't think there's enough of a like cult following for it to actually happen. But who knows? Funko making like any and every license these days, we could get lucky. So that's my number 4 pick, All Grown Up. So it's special guest appearance time for our number 3 pick. Today's guests are a brilliant YouTuber pair. I've only recently started following them, but their content is absolutely smashing. They keep smashing it. I'd like to introduce you to Adam and Ben, aka Jackson and Shaw.
Hello, this is Jackson.
And this is Shaw.
And welcome
to Funko On My Mind. Episode 2.
Episode 2. So today's topic is Nickelodeon. I was a massive fan when I was a kid of watching Nickelodeon, or the Disney Channel, but I love Nickelodeon because of SpongeBob.
Yeah, you're a massive SpongeBob.
A massive SpongeBob fan. I loved it when I was a kid.
A long time before you, I watched Nickelodeon. It was probably one of the major channels.
Was it?
Yeah. Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon.
I remember Cartoon Network.
If you haven't seen JW Pop's first episode, then where have you been? It is about Cartoon Network, so go and check that out as well. So thank you very much, James, for doing that. It was good. So this one is obviously Nickelodeon, back to our video. My idea for Funko Nickelodeon products would be one of my favourite shows from Nickelodeon when I was watching it as a kid is Kenan and Kel.
That definitely wasn't around when I was watching Nickelodeon.
We'll put a few clips of Kenan and Kel up, but basically Kel has a thing with orange soda, and who loves orange soda?
Kel loves orange soda.
Is it true?
Gosh.
Oh yes, it's true. Ooh.
Right, that's enough of that. So obviously,
Yeah,
I have become a massive soda fan, an absolute fanatic. So I'm collecting every single soda line if I can, which is mad. So fitting in line with the Nickelodeon products, an orange soda with Kel, and I think you'd have to have Kenan and Kel as sodas. So maybe something along the lines of orange soda. Maybe with his orange soda as the chase version. I think that'd be quite cool.
So of course, when I was growing up with Nickelodeon, we had SpongeBob, Jimmy Neutron, Very Odd Parents. I think Jimmy Neutron was Nickelodeon.
Yeah, Jimmy Neutron's Nickelodeon.
Ed and Eddie was Cartoon Network. Ed and Eddie was Cartoon Network. I remember that being around.
So that was JW's first episode, Cartoon Network, and he suggested the Ed and Eddie.
Yeah, it was good. That with a piece of wood. I loved it. And Very Odd Parents, I love that. Besides SpongeBob, it was really cool because I was like really into magic, and I always have been because I'm a massive Harry Potter fan. Sorry. So I loved the Very Odd Parents, and I thought that was awesome.
There hasn't been a Jimmy Neutron pop.
It hasn't.
No.
Has there been any Very Odd Parents?
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure.
I don't know what that is. I'm a lot
Swans and wings, floaty crowny things.
Juice, rubber goose, green rose, guava juice, giant snake, birthday cake, large rice, chocolate shake.
So we've rambled on.
We always ramble on.
Yeah, we always ramble on.
Dana Bravo, the one with blonde hair and the white top.
Yes.
Yeah.
Your mama. That one.
Yeah, definitely that one.
Not very good impressions, as you can tell. Can't do a Dexter's one. But back to our video, Nickelodeon this week. We think that Kenan and Kel should have a pop or soda.
And Very Odd Parents. I think it has an okay fan base.
So there's a few ideas. Hope you've enjoyed our ramblings.
Thank you, James, for getting us involved in this. It's very cool. Love Nickelodeon.
I love the idea of Funko on my mind.
On your mind. On your mind.
In my mind.
There's nothing on your mind.
Nothing, just Funko. On my, all over
Nothing.
my mind.
That was Jackson and Shaw, ladies and gents. Be sure to check them out. Their links down below. Awesome YouTubers. Back to our video now. So we're on number 2. My number 2 pick, it was originally my number 1, but I found something even more amazing than this for my number 1 that you'll see soon enough. But number 2 is my favourite Nickelodeon show. It's a Nickelodeon sitcom, not a cartoon. It has a very, very, very addictive theme tune. I never thought it would be so easy. I don't even know the words. That terrible introduction there probably tells you what our number 2 pick is. It's Drake and Josh, starring Drake and Josh. Don't think it was the 90s. I think this started like kind of like early to mid noughties. I never liked it when it first came out. I watched episode 1 one day and I was just instantly hooked. The acting is brilliant. The concept's brilliant. I love I love all the settings in it. And that leads me to believe that Drake and Josh as a Funko Pop line would be absolutely fantastic. In regards to like kind of characters, I don't think they would be able to go much further than like the 3 main characters, which is Drake, Josh and Megan. Though they might be able to kind of expand on that. like in terms of like variants. Like you could, for instance, you could have Josh in his standard clothes, which is uber geeky, and then in his like cinema like uniform. I can't remember what the cinema's called that he works for, but that's one of like the kind of key settings throughout the whole show. And then you can have, I don't know, you could maybe make a deluxe pop of Drake, like him playing the guitar on stage or something like that. So I believe the actor Drake Bell is a musician himself anyway, so that would be quite, I don't know, guess that'd be kind of symbolic for him in a way. But Drake and Josh would definitely be my number 2 pick. They were my number 1 pick, but we're about to smash this out of the park, so that's number 2. So like episode 1, we had some honorable mentions. I mean, there's other videos down the line I'm going to be doing where we'll have honorable mentions, but I don't think I could really do enough research on this to actually have any, because there was so many Nickelodeon shows that have been made that I really don't kind of like align myself with. I've never watched them. I mean, there's Rocket Power, which was made by the creators of the Rugrats and the Wild Thornberrys, Classic Supo. That I don't know too much about that to be able to kind of go on to that in detail. But I watched it, but I never really followed it as such. But there's that, and I think that's it really for honourable mentions. But we're going to get straight into our number 1. And this is a bit of a cheat because I did say this was for Nickelodeon shows, but it could be Nickelodeon shows or franchises or whatever. But obviously Nickelodeon have a sub-brand, which is Nickelodeon Movies. They made the Rugrats movie, Wild Thornberrys, blah, blah, blah. But this is my favourite Nickelodeon movie ever made. Good Burger, starring our very favourite actors, Kenan and Kel. I believe they're called Kenan and Kel. I can't remember the names of the actors. But obviously, Jackson and Shaw have already mentioned Kenan and Kel going on about his orange soda and whatnot. But they did Good Burger, which is an absolutely fantastic movie. I don't know, it's stuck with me since childhood. I already said about like a deluxe pop for Drake playing the guitar. You could have a deluxe pop of I can't remember what character he plays. Eddie, that's it. Ed. You could have Ed behind the Good Burger counter. I don't know, like in his standard pose as he's saying, "Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger, may I take your order?" I'm going to stop doing voices in these videos because I'm just embarrassing myself.
And me.
But Good Burger would be my number 1 pick, and I can't go too much more into detail on this, but you know, Nickelodeon was always going to be a challenge for me. I wanted to take it on, and I think I've come up with some really good picks. So number 5 is Blue Clues. So number 5 is Blue's Clues. Number 4, you've got All Grown Up, which is the Rugrats spin-off. And then Jackson and Shaw's picks, which were Kenan and Kel and Fairly Odd Parents. Fairly Odd Parents has to get a shout out because I love that show. Number 2 was Drake and Josh. And of course, we've just covered number 1, which is Good Burger. So that is Funko On My Mind episode 2, Nickelodeon, films and TV shows. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that subscribe button and then ding the notification bell when the next episode of Funko On My Mind, or FOM, which is what it will be known as from now on, will go live. Also, you'll get updates on the latest other videos that are being uploaded. Leave us a comment down below. Let me know what you think of this video, and if there's any kind of Funko brands or licenses that haven't yet been like kind of made, let me know and I'll have a look into that, and we'll make a discussion out of it. So for now, guys, thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. Signing out.